YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today's video, we have a reaction for y'all. This reaction is kind of like a crazy video. I'm not gonna lie, it's a crazy video. It says a cop realizes the father executed his kids. Now, one of y'all sent this in. Shout out to James. Big shout out to James. James is like the reaction plug, always sending in videos. So thank you, James. Cop realized the father executed the kids. I don't even know what to think. The title is kind of self-explanatory, but we don't even know what happened. How could you kill your kids? That I don't even. To be honest, I didn't even want to react to this. I really was gonna do a Karen video, but then I was like, I did a lot of Karen videos, so let me just do something different. But I probably need to take a hit before I even get into the video. Just seeing the title, I probably just need a little hit. YouTube, there's no smoking in this video, no marijuana, no nothing. This is it's a smoke detector in the back. So anytime you see smoke, it's from the detector. It's not from me. It's from a detector in the back. So do not trip, please. Smoke detector. So YouTube, do not do the most. We're just gonna jump right into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah. Hopefully they don't age restrict this because the title is kind of crazy. 3, 2, 1, starting the screen record. Starting the video now.
You show me your hands now! Stand up and walk towards us!
Air clear's gonna go ahead and fly whenever it needs. Take it down 16 feet up.
What could possess a parent to take their own child's life? And just how twisted would they have to be to not only consider such a horror, but to plan it for months? This is the ongoing case of Chad Dowerman, father of 3, who executed his kids for no apparent reason.
No.
On a seemingly...
Should we watch this? Because some certain stuff like this, I don't even like putting certain stuff like this on my channel. 3 little kids. See, I don't have kids, but I know if I did have kids, I would love my kid. Like, I would be a good mom. I would be the funnest mom in the world if I had kids. So the fact that you could kill your kid, and they're little kids, it's not even like, they're little toddlers. Like, what could possess you to murder your 3 kids? Three of your kids that you helped make. And I'm not even a minute into the video, but are you serious right now?
The ordinary afternoon on the 15th of June, 2023. Police
Oh,
were
this was
called out to
recent. This was recent. I'm thinking this is some old video, because y'all know usually videos like this, they're like 2016, 13. This was recently.
Claremont County, Ohio, following 2 911 calls from passerby who had been approached by a terrified girl on the road.
911, where's your emergency?
There's a girl running down the street saying that her stepfather is killing everyone in her family. It's on the corner of where there's a body shop in the fire department. Do you know what road this is?
Okay, what's your name?
Give it into the fire department.
What's your name?
Do you know what road this is? Laura Lindell Road.
Said what?
It's Laura Lindell Road.
Earlier that afternoon, Dowerman came home from work early and asked his wife to join him in the master bedroom for a nap with their 3 sons, Chase, Hunter, and Clayton. While his stepdaughter was in the next room watching TV, Dowerman suddenly took out a rifle and shot his 4-year-old Hunter twice in the head. The girl, who was just 12 years old, rushed in to find her mother trying to protect the injured son from Dowerman, who fought viciously and even bit his wife to get the boy. In a desperate move, his wife grabbed the rifle. This resulted in her being shot in the hand and forced to drop her son into Dowerman's line of fire.
Did you say how or what was happening?
I asked her to get in the car with me, and she said she couldn't leave her family.
While the mother fought for her little boy's life, the young girl told her remaining brothers to run as far as they could and fled the scene beside him. The 7-year-old Clayton made it 300 feet into a nearby field before being gunned down from behind by his father. Dowerman then went on for his stepdaughter, who was attempting to carry her last brother, 3-year-old Chase, to safety. When he caught up to him, he demanded she put him down and try to fire at him. Fortunately, his gun was jammed. Now separated, the last son ran back to the house where he was caught by Doberman, while the stepdaughter escaped to the nearby fire department to seek help.
But I think she ran to the fire department.
So she went to the fire station. What did she look like? Did she say anything about a baby?
I don't know about no baby. She said she just couldn't leave her family.
Officers arrived on
This is
scene
what I hate.
at
I hate when
approximately...
police ask dumbass questions. Send the police. You're asking questions that we don't need. Right? Like, see me, I would be irritated. Like, if I'm telling you somebody's killing my family, or you're asking me questions that don't matter, I'm gonna get irritated, because send the police. Why are you talking about shit that don't matter
4
right
p.m.
now?
to discover
Like,
the shooter,
shut the hell up.
32-year-old Chad Doberman, sitting calmly by the door. He's unresponsive to commands provided by law enforcement, and so the officers approached the home.
Show us your
You just sitting there.
hands now.
Like, you would just
Stand
kill,
up. Stand up.
just kill us out.
Stand up. Stand up now. Stand up. Stand the f up.
What's on the floor? Is kids?
Get your hands out of here. Tell them we're 21. It's in the air.
Upon inspection, the officers are confronted with a scene straight out of a horror movie. On the ground lies a mother, screaming beside her children's bodies while their father watches, utterly emotionless.
Man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody or nothing. I'm completely sober. Never did drugs a day in my
We're
life.
21. Get the EMS over here.
Well,
Doberman's attitude is unnatural. Here he can be heard telling officers that he means no harm and has not consumed any alcohol or drugs. He assures them he's not insane and even kindly warns them about his dog.
Go on, man.
hey, pretty copy all this. Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad. I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
His claim that there's nothing going on is a shocking contrast to his wife's desperate cries that can be heard repeatedly throughout the footage from the crime scene.
Hey, kids down 16.
Gatlin!
63, we're 21.
Knock
Have
it off.
EMS respond over here.
You're clear, they're being advised.
There were 9 shots
Christ,
fired in
bro.
total that afternoon, with one of the boys shot once and the other 2 shot 4 times each. Strangely, he made no attempt to murder his wife or stepdaughter, despite knowing that they alerted the authorities.
You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house? Sit down right here.
My daughter, she ran over to the fire department.
Sit down.
It's my stepdaughter.
Put him in the cage.
Can you get the wallet out of my back pocket?
Shut up, dude. You had the right to remain silent.
Shut up.
Doberman disturbingly has no reaction as he marched past their bodies by the police
What a
and
piece of
seems
shit.
oddly comfortable with the officers apprehending him. But after one night in police custody, reality finally started to sink in.
Are you kidding
Visibly
right now?
distressed, Doberman refuses to wear the jumpsuit provided and resists multiple officers as they fit his handcuffs, preparing him for his first arraignment with a judge in court. There he will hear the charges brought against him for the first time and be faced with both media and prosecutors, a realization which hits him suddenly outside the courtroom.
No, Chad, look at me. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. No, I know. Just take a deep breath for me, okay?
You take
I'm
a
gonna
deep
have your
breath.
public defender
Let
come
him
back and
cry
talk
out
to you,
there.
okay? And then we're gonna go out and we're
Let him
gonna do
cry.
your hearing. Can you hear me? Do you need a second? Just take a deep breath.
With Doberman's former bravery gone, he's clearly petrified and struggling to withhold his panic. Once he regained control of his emotions, an officer explains the process of the initial hearing. He's warned about the media and told to pay attention to the judge alone.
Use media out there, okay? When you walk out, you'll see a piece of black tape on the floor. All I need from you is to stand on that piece of black tape, face the judge only, and just listen. They'll say that you have the right to remain silent, and I advise you to use that, okay? Because everything in there is recorded. So I want you, again, just to stand there, look at the judge only, don't turn to the media, don't turn to anybody in the audience that you may know. Listen to the judge and let your public defender do the talking for you. Okay?
So you did all this and you don't even have money for a lawyer.
It's clear that Dowerman's struggling to pay
He
attention.
better plead
He may
guilty
even be
because you're-
experiencing an episode of dissociation, a defense mechanism in which the mind emotionally detaches from its surroundings as a response to intense feelings of stress or trauma. It's not uncommon for criminals in Dowerman's position to experience dissociative episodes. This might explain his lack of emotion at the crime scene. After being numb for so long, his nervous system is now being flooded with all the feelings he was holding back. Dowerman arrives in the courtroom. The prosecutor lists his crimes in detail, describing this as a case of unspeakable horror.
Judge, I asked the court in setting this bond to just begin to imagine their fear. This was the man that every day they woke up looking to for protection, love, guidance in all things. Man they trust more than any other person on earth. Person they rely upon to keep them safe from harm. He was their world, he was their guardian, and he executed them in cold blood. We know that from his admission.
According to a statement from the murderer himself, it's revealed that this act of violence was not an accident. It was a calculated execution.
To make things even more disturbing, Judge, this was no haphazard act. Again, by his own admission, he planned the events of this day. This did not happen on a whim.
Dowerman had allegedly been planning to kill his sons for months, ever since way back to October 2022. It's also reported that he hadn't slept for 3 to 4 days prior to the incident. What continues to confuse both detectives and reporters alike is why he did it. What motive would a father, even an abusive one, have to execute all 3 of his own children?
He's confessed to what I believe is the worst crime, at least I hope, that I'll see in my lifetime. I hope it's the worst fact.
Don't cry now. Don't start boohooing now.
At this point,
one of the
Dowerman
cops
is
should've just
visibly
swung on him
crying,
right there.
which should suggest remorse. But until now, he hasn't seemed capable of such an emotion. His vicious character has been confirmed by neighbors, who described him as a man with a temper, who was constantly heard yelling, and was known to be cruel to his wife.
He was just a very angry man. Like, he just was always yelling at his wife and his kids, and you just really don't pay no attention to stuff like that, and then this happened.
This testimony certainly aligns with Dowerman's criminal record. As the prosecutor notes, he had one previous charge of domestic violence in 2010.
As his prior record goes, Judge, it is fairly minimal. He was charged with domestic violence in 2010. He is not, to my knowledge, on probation committee control.
However, Dowerman's father, Keith, had actually defended his son's character. He went on record saying, "That wasn't Chad standing at the arraignment. I could tell in his eyes, he's hollow inside."
He still did
Keith
it though.
himself had no
He still did it,
explanation
though.
for the killings, and said his son simply snapped.
Judge,
And that's why he's like how you like, because you got a dad like you.
the facts of this
What a piece
case
of shit.
are hopefully like no other we will ever see. When this case gets indicted in the Court of Common Pleas, I am certain that a no bond hearing will be held, and I would hope that would be granted. But at this point, this juncture, we're going to ask this court to issue a bond we've never asked for before. I'm going to ask for a bond of $20 million. I hope I never need to
You don't even
request
have
such a
10
bond.
million. He got a public defender, so you could have just made it
The
5 million.
prosecutor
He's not
requested
getting
his
out.
bail to be set at a staggering $20 million, a tactic to ensure he would appear before court at his appointed trial date, and that he would not be released from police custody before that time. A judge will typically set a bail bond at an astronomical
He probably
level
gonna
in
kill
cases
himself
such as
anyway.
these, where the defendant is charged with a violent crime or deemed a flight risk. It's quite evident here that Dowerman has been determined as both. While the facts of this case are continuing to take shape, the prosecutor has gone on record stating that he sees this as a death penalty case. As such, he wants Dowerman executed for his crimes, a fitting punishment for a man who brutally executed his own sons.
That these are men and women with families, children, feelings, emotions. They're not some automaton performing a delegated function. They're people.
It's not yet confirmed what Doberman's sentence will be, but one thing's for sure. This man needs to pay the ultimate price for his inhumane crimes. And if you enjoy true crime content like this, make sure you're subscribed to see more.
I don't even know what to say after that. I don't even know what to say. This is probably the worst video I've ever done. Probably the saddest reaction video I've ever done on the channel, ever. And I've done a lot of reactions. What did I just watch? Not only did you shoot your wife in the hand, you hawked down your 3 sons while they're trying to run away from you. You hawked them down and shoot them and kill them. And one of his sons was in front of him. See that black thing? One of his sons was in front of him, and he was just sitting there on the thing, not even like, you just killed your whole family. And you're sitting down like everything is okay. Listen, death penalty is not even enough. They need to like torture him. Like he shouldn't even get like a slow death. He needs to get like drowned or something. Something that where it's a painful death. Like he don't even need like a gunshot, because that's too quick. That's way too quick. He needs something where he could suffer. Like someone needs to just hold his head underwater and drown him or suffocate or something like that. He don't even need. Like, are you kidding right now? Or electric, they need to bring back electric chair just for him. Just for this one time, just for him. Y'all, that's all I have to say. I hope y'all, I don't even know how y'all can enjoy this video, but I hope y'all watch this video. I hope y'all like, y'all subscribe. More reactions coming soon. And 2,000 away, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. We out.
God took me right up out my sins, I can't go back. Holy step and gaining real knowledge, you can soak that. Thank God he gave me good light and brought hope back. Big stepping on the devil's head, got my toe fat. They said I